Okay, so you're sitting there like, I don't know how spiders find their way at night. Then you realize, wait, do they even need to find their way? Because they're basically the original home invaders. But then you think, wait, do they even need to see anything? They're just walking around, right? Like they're the spider version of a sleepwalker, but with 8 legs and a sense of style. So how do these glowing spiders find their way? Are they like, I can see in the dark thanks to my glowing body? Or is there something even weirder going on? Well, let's not assume they're just walking blindfolded. Maybe they're using their glow like a flashlight, or maybe they're just being extra dramatic with their light show. Either way, it's weirdly fascinating. Like, how do you even evolve to glow in the dark? Are you just like, I'm gonna be a glow-in-the-dark spider, because I'm bored and want to look cool? So to recap, glowing spiders, mystery, and maybe a little bit of glow stick magic. Let's figure it out. Because if a spider can glow in the dark, who needs a nightlight? Okay, so we're talking about glow-in-the-dark spiders. Not the ones that glow in the dark because they're sad, but the ones that actually glow. Like they're like spiders with glow sticks stuck to their backs. But wait, are they even spiders? Or are they some kind of alien spider with a glow-up? So what do? Do they glow to scare off predators? Or do they use the glow as a way to find their way around in the dark? Like, are they like spiders with a built-in flashlight? Or are they just really bad at hiding? Wait, but how do they even glow? Is it like they eat glow-in-the-dark snacks? Or is it some kind of superpower they inherited from their spider parents? Like maybe they're just really good at reflecting light, or maybe they're like bioluminescent spiders with a secret glowy gene. But here's the thing, glow-in-the-dark spiders aren't actually glowing. They're just absorbing light during the day and then glowing at night. So it's like they're storing sunlight like a solar-powered spider. They're basically the spider version of a night light, but with more legs and a creepy vibe. So are they just using their glow to find their way, or are they trying to attract mates? Or are they just glowing because they're lazy and don't want to move? I mean, it's a mystery, but we're here to solve it. Let's keep going. You think glow-in-the-dark spiders are just cool? Think again. They're basically the ultimate night owls with a built-in flashlight. It's like they're saying, hey, I'm here, I'm not lost, and I'm totally fine with being creepy. And here's the kicker, they don't need to see the whole room. They just need a little light to know where to go. It's like having a tiny GPS that only works in the dark. Super useful, right? And if you ever feel like you're being watched in the dark, maybe it's not your imagination. It could be a spider with a glowing soul, or maybe it's just your paranoid brain. Either way, you're not alone. So yeah, glow-in-the-dark spiders are basically the original bioluminescent cool kids. They've got the glow, the mystery, and the ability to make you question your own sanity. Respect. And if you're still not caring, well, maybe you're not a spider, or maybe you're just a human with a weird obsession. Either way, you're welcome to your opinion. I'm just here to spread the glow. Okay, so glow-in-the-dark spiders aren't some kind of super spider secret society. They're just regular spiders who got a little extra glow stick in their DNA. Think of them like the Spider-Man of the spider world, but with less punching and more glowing. Back in the day, way before we even knew what glow-in-the-dark spiders were, scientists were like, wait, these spiders are glowing in the dark. How? Are they like magical, or is it just light pollution? Turns out they're not magical. They're just soaking up light during the day and then glowing like a disco ball at night. It's like a spider version of a nightlight, but way cooler. So even though they're not magical, they're still pretty cool. You could say they're the original bioluminescent spiders, the OGs of the glow world. And honestly, if I had a glow stick, I'd probably just stick it on my head and go spidering. But I guess I'm not a spider, or a glow stick, or a person who knows what they're talking about. So yeah, the history of glow-in-the-dark spiders is basically, hey, we glow, and it's kind of cool. Now let's go get some snacks and keep explaining stuff. So imagine you're a spider, but you're also a glow-in-the-dark glow stick. You don't need a flashlight, you just glow. You're like a spider with a neon sign on your back and you're trying to find your way home in the dark. But wait, glowing is like having a light bulb on your back. So you're not just glowing, you're also being seen. So how do you not get eaten by a bigger animal that's also glowing? Oh right, some spiders use their glow to signal to other spiders, like a secret handshake in the dark. It's like if you had a neon light on your back and you were trying to find friends in a dark room. But not all glow-in-the-dark spiders are doing that. Some just glow to scare off predators, like a spider with a neon warning sign that says I'm not tasty, I'm glowing. So in the end, glow-in-the-dark spiders are like the glow sticks of the spider world. They light up the dark, they find their way, and sometimes they even make friends or scare off the bad guys. It's kind of like a spider with a flashlight and a personality. Okay, so first things first, these spiders aren't just glowing for Halloween. They've got this special kind of stuff in their bodies called luciferin. It's like their own little light-up juice. But how do they even get it? They eat it, obviously, but not just any food. They need to eat something that has this light-up stuff in it. Like, imagine if your snack was made of glow-in-the-dark jelly beans. You'd glow too, right? So the setup is they're out there eating these glowing snacks, and then they're basically like, oh, I've got this glowy juice in me. Time to be a glowy spider. But wait, not all spiders can do this. Only certain ones have the right kind of glowy juice. It's like having a light-up phone in your pocket. You gotta have the right phone, you know. So the first step in the whole glowy spider plan is eating the right stuff. Without that, you're just a regular spider with a flashlight. Okay, so the spider has these glowing darts on its belly, like a tiny disco ball. But wait, how does it actually use them? Well, it's not like it's holding a flashlight and shining it on the wall. It's more like the glow helps it see the world around it. Kind of like how we use nightlights to find our way around in the dark, but way cooler. The glow isn't just for show, it's like a built-in headlamp. The spider uses the light to find its way through the dark, like a walking light bulb with 8 legs. But here's the twist. The glow isn't super bright. It's more like a soft glow so it doesn't blind other spiders or scare away the bugs it's hunting. It's subtle but super useful. So in short, the glow helps the spider see in the dark, but it's not like it's walking around with a flashlight. It's more like a glowing map of where it is, and that's how it finds its way home. So they're like, okay, we've got these glowing spots, but how do we actually use them? Turns out it's not just about glowing, it's about where the light comes from. Imagine you're in a dark room and the only light is coming from the ceiling. You'd probably look up to see where the light is, right? Well, these spiders do the same thing. By sensing where the light is, they can tell which way to go. It's like having a built-in compass, but instead of north, it's light direction. So they don't just glow, they use the glow to figure out where to move. It's like a spider version of I see the light, let's follow it. It's not just about being visible. It's about using that visibility to navigate, like a glowing GPS for spiders. So here's the real trick. These spiders don't actually glow, they just reflect light like a disco ball. It's like if your phone screen was made of glitter and you're in a dark room. They're basically using the light from the ceiling like a flashlight, but with more spider legs. But wait, they're not just reflecting light, they're also using their own body to sense the light. Think of it like a spider with a built-in sensor. It's like if your phone could feel the light and tell you where it is, but with more silk and less battery life. And here's the kicker. This whole glowing thing is actually a trick to confuse predators. It's like if you painted your car to look like a disco ball so no one can tell you're there. But spiders are way cooler because they can also make their own light with chemicals, like a tiny bioluminescent superhero. So yeah, they're not actually glowing like a nightlight. They're more like a spider with a flashlight and a tiny disco ball. They're using light in ways that make you wonder if they're secretly running a nightclub in the attic. In the end, it's all about light, reflection, and a little bit of spider magic. Science is just a fancy word for the cool stuff that happens when you've got a spider with a flashlight and a love for the dark. Okay, so imagine you're a glow-in-the-dark spider and you're basically a walking flashlight. You're like a spider with a tiny neon sign on your back, trying to find your way home in the dark. But wait, do you actually glow? Or are you just really bad at hiding? Think of it like a glowing stick figure spider, trying to navigate a black room with a flashlight on its back. It's like if your dog had a tiny spotlight, and you had to follow it through a dark tunnel. You're not just glowing, you're also using your legs like a compass, trying to remember where you came from. It's like if you were walking in a dark forest and had a tiny light on your head, but you also had to keep track of your steps. So, glow-in-the-dark spiders are basically like tiny humans with a built-in flashlight, trying to find their way home without getting lost. They're not just glowing, they're also using their brain and their legs to navigate. In the end, they're not just glowing, they're glowing with purpose. It's like if your phone had a flashlight and a GPS but you were a spider. You'd be like, I'm not lost, I'm just glowing. So here's the thing, I'm not sure if it's real or if I just made it up. But I swear, these spiders have some kind of built-in glow stick in their belly. I mean, maybe they're just being extra dramatic, like, I'm not just a spider, I'm a glowy spider, and I'm here to light up the dark. But then again, maybe they're not trying to be dramatic. Maybe they're just being really practical. Like, I'm in the dark, I need light, so I'm gonna glow. It's like if your phone had a flashlight built into your back, and you turned it on every time you walked into a room. But with more spider legs and less battery life. But here's the kicker, it's not just their bellies glowing, they glow in other places too. Like their legs and their webbing. It's like a full-body glow-up. So here's the first myth. Glow-in-the-dark spiders use their glow to find their way. No, really, that's a thing people say, But let me tell you, that's not how it works. Spiders don't glow to navigate. They're not like fireflies or bioluminescent jellyfish. They're more like, I don't know, a glow stick that got left in the dark. If anything, the glow helps them find mates or scare off predators. Not sure if that's a plus or a minus, but it's not a GPS. So yes, glow-in-the-dark spiders are more like, I don't know, a glowing disco ball in a dark room. They don't use the light to find their way, they just glow. So next time you see a glow-in-the-dark spider, just imagine it's like a little light-up sticker that's really good at staying in one place. Not a GPS, not a compass, just glowing. So here's the next myth: they use glow-in-the-dark to find their way around. But wait, do spiders even need directions? I mean, they're like the kings of the web, they just hang out and wait for dinner. Nope, they don't need glow-in-the-dark to navigate. They're more like the original GPS, using vibrations and smells to find their way. Plus, they're already on a web, so they're pretty much in the right place. But here's the real kicker: even if they did use glow-in-the-dark to navigate, they'd still get lost in a dark room. Spiders are like, we can see in the dark, but we don't need to. So the idea that glow-in-the-dark helps spiders navigate is basically a spider-sized myth. They're way more advanced than that. They're the original internet, just without the Wi-Fi. In the end, glow-in-the-dark is just a cool side effect, not a navigation system. Spiders are smart, they just don't need a map to know where they're going, unless they're trying to find a snack. So glow-in-the-dark spiders aren't just creepy crawlies with a side of neon. They're actually kinda like the glow-in-the-dark spiders of your own life. You know, the ones that show up when you least expect them, but you can't stop glowing. Imagine your phone screen glowing in the dark, like a little spider, but instead of crawling it just sits there waiting for you to tap it. That's basically what these spiders do. They're like your phone's creepy cousin. And then there's your nightlight, or that weird glow from your TV, or even that glowy sign outside your house. All of those are like glow-in-the-dark spider habitats. They're just waiting for a little spider to come crawling in. You might not see them, but they're there, like the glow-in-the-dark spiders of your life. They're in your walls, your ceiling, your fridge. They're everywhere. And they're glowing. So next time you're in the dark and you see a glow, you might just be looking at a spider. Or maybe you're just seeing the glow-in-the-dark spiders of your own life. Either way, it's pretty cool. So here's a real example that goes surprisingly hard. Imagine a spider trying to find its way home in a pitch-black cave, but it's not using any light. It's like trying to find your keys in a dark room while blindfolded and wearing swim trunks. But wait, the spider isn't just lost. It's also trying to avoid getting eaten by a bat that's flying around like a big, angry mosquito. Now, the spider has to navigate this chaos without any light, using only the faintest glimmers from its own glow. It's like trying to play a game of tag in a dark room while wearing a nightlight and a blindfold. But here's the kicker: the spider isn't even the only one using glow. There's a whole ecosystem of glowing creatures, all trying to outshine each other like a neon party in a cave. So how do they all find their way? It's like a giant glowing maze with no walls, just light and darkness. And somehow they still manage to navigate. So some glow-in-the-dark spiders are basically the spider version of a glow stick. They're so lit, they could start a spider disco. These spiders can glow so bright, they're basically the spider equivalent of a neon sign. You can see them from a mile away, even in the dark. Some species can glow so intensely, they are like walking lanterns. It's like the spider world's version of a flashlight. These spiders are so bright, they're basically the spider version of a disco ball. You can't miss them, even in the deepest dark. In short, some glow-in-the-dark spiders are so lit, they could start a revolution. Or at least a spider party. Okay, so the spider's like, I can see in the dark, I'm a pro. But then the lights flicker, and suddenly it's like a black hole in the corner of the room. It's like trying to walk through a fog machine with your eyes closed and a hat on. It tries to use its glow, but the light's too bright and it's like a disco ball in the corner. The spider's glow is just a tiny speck, and now it's like a firefly in a laser show. It's not helping. Then the light goes out completely. It's pitch black, and now the spider's like, oh no, I'm stuck in a cave with no glow and no way out. It's like a firefly trying to fly in a dark cave with no stars. So it just sits there, like a sad glow-in-the-dark sticker on the floor, wondering if it's a spider or a sad emoji. Maybe it should have just stayed in the dark and not tried to be a superhero. In the end, it either finds its way back or becomes the first glow-in-the-dark spider to get lost. And that's how you don't try to be a glow-in-the-dark superhero in a room with no light. So yes, they glow, but they are not like a neon sign. They are more like a faint light in the dark, which is kind of like trying to read a textbook in a pitch-black room with only a firefly for light. Not great for navigation, honestly. And here's the kicker: glow-in-the-dark isn't their main tool. It's more of a backup plan, like if you're hiking and your headlamp dies, you don't start glowing. You panic, and then you probably get eaten by a bear. Also, glow in the dark doesn't mean they are always glowing. It's like a glow stick that only glows after you break it, so if they're in the dark and no one's looking, they're basically invisible, which is kind of the whole point. So yeah, glowing is cool, but it's not their superpower. They still need to use webbing, smell, and maybe even a little luck to survive. Which is kind of like me trying to explain this whole thing. I'm glowing, but I'm still lost. So in short, glow in the dark is like a tiny, slow-moving lantern. Useful in a pinch, but not something you rely on for your whole life. And if you do, you're probably just a spider with a bad sense of direction. So how did humans even figure out that glow-in-the-dark spiders navigate? Well, it turns out scientists are basically like, hey, can we just take a photo of a spider and see if it's glowing? They took pictures of these spiders in the dark and surprise, some of them actually glow. Like they're basically the spider version of a neon sign. But wait, how does that help them find their way? But here's the kicker, some spiders don't glow at all, so they must have other tricks. Maybe they're just really good at not getting lost. Like they're the Spider-Man of the spider world. So scientists used cameras, some patience, and a lot of spider watching to figure this out. It's like a mystery solved by a bunch of people with really good eyes and a lot of coffee. And now we know, some spiders are basically glowing GPS systems. Others are just really good at hiding. Either way, they're cool, and that's the science of it.